For my second pick of the third overall of the Week 6 Sunday 6-pack presented by FanDuel, I'm going with the Miami Dolphins plus 3.5 at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, we're rolling with Skylar Thompson, the 7th-round draft pick rookie. We've seen backups have success in their first starts in the past, and I think that Thompson could have success here. Look, there's not going to be a lot of tape on him, but more importantly, he didn't look great last week, but he'll get to run with the ones all week here. And Bridgewater, it looks like Tua was ruled out. Bridgewater, I think, will clear concussion protocol, be the backup per Mike McDaniel. Maybe if Thompson really struggles, he'll come in. But I think Thompson will be okay here in his first start. We've seen backups have success in this role. Looks like Tyreek Hill is okay. I think the speed at receiver for Miami can cause a lot of issues for this Minnesota defense. And this Minnesota defense, by the way, has been bad. I mean, we saw Justin Fields last week finally have his best game against this defense. The only time we've seen the Vikings on the road, they got crushed in Philadelphia. And if you look, I think the Vikings are a bit of a paper tiger. Their wins are over Green Bay to start the year at home. Doesn't look as great now. They beat Detroit in a game they should have lost at home. They beat the Saints backup team by 3 in London, and then they beat the Bears by 7 at home. So like most of their damage is coming at home. They're one game on the road. They were blown out. I don't like anything about this, what I'm seeing from this defense right now. So I think with a week to prepare, with Thompson running with the ones, the Miami offense will be okay. It also looks like Xavier Howard will go. I hope Armstead could go with his toe, which is big. And maybe you get Austin Jackson, who came off IR, back on the offensive line. Those are things to watch. But, I think that the uncertainty factor, Thompson working with the ones, and then this line has just gone too far. I'll happily take, if both of these teams were at full strength, I would think that Miami would be about a 4.5 point favorite at home. And then I would drop from Tua to Teddy 1.5-ish. So, then your second backup is going to be about a 3. I would make the Dolphins about a 3-point favorite with Teddy. And then from Teddy to Thompson, it's like 4.5 to 5 points is what I'm assuming. So, you're in the dead range of a pick. If I'm getting over a field goal here, happily take it. I know he didn't look great last week. He kind of thrown into the fire. There was offensive line injuries. Game kind of snowballed, but he did look really good in the preseason.
Yeah, he did.
And that was like a big sample size of,
he was balling.
So that gives me a little bit of confidence that he's not just like, okay, he saw like 2 drives in the preseason. We haven't really seen anything. So I think working with the offense for a week with the ones at home here, and now that you're getting over a field goal, I think this line has gone too far. And so I'll take Miami here off back-to-back losses.
You know what I think is a secret weapon? My man Raheem Mostert. Like, he's balling this year. Like, Mike McDaniel just somehow resurrected him. Because, I thought his career was over after he, got hurt for the 18th time. But Chase Edmonds is essentially benched. Raheem Mostert is getting 20 touches now. I think that's how they're gonna they're not gonna put it on Skylar Thompson. Obviously, they're gonna scheme up some plays for Hill and Waddle, probably things close to the line of scrimmage, misdirections. But I think you're gonna see a healthy dose of Mostert. He was out of practice today with an injury. I'm pretty sure that's a maintenance day. So I think
they're gonna lean on the run game here. And you can do that against Minnesota for sure.
No, absolutely. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And I think they'll probably slow it down. Run the ball. Foreshadowing for a pick I'm gonna make later, but I would have this at 3. I don't mind taking the hook there. But I did. That's why Skylar Thompson is on the roster, is because he had a really good preseason. Obviously, it's gonna be a low ADOT, kind of guy. He was never super efficient in college, but I think he can do enough here, so I don't mind it. But
it's lean on the run game, get him some easy passes over the middle of the field in your play action, get Hill and Waddle in space, and go from there. And you're getting the desperate home dog here, catching over a field goal against a little bit of a paper tiger in the Vikings, who, if you look at their resume, it's like you're really resting your laurels on that for opening win against Green Bay. And now we look back at that game and we say, was it really that impressive to beat this Green Bay team at home? So other than that, their resume is pretty shoddy.